The National's a thriller. Anyone who's been to Aintree knows that. For one thing, there's the thrill of losing or making money, and there's a perfectly good prospect of doing either. These were typical scenes at Aintree before this year's race, the richest on record. Over 20,000 quid for the winner. As for the runners, they need luck as well as jumping ability and stamina. Merriman won in 1960. Blonde Warrior, a long shot. It's difficult to make a choice, but how about Taxidermist? Almost time for the parade. There's Syracuser, Josh Gifford up. Dave Dick on Merriman, the top weight, leading the parade. Mrs. Topham, the Queen of Aintree, and distinguished guests, including Field Marshal Lord Harding. Last year's winner, Nicholas Silver. This is the calm before the storm, and all over Aintree, excitement mounts as the start draws near. Right from the start, Frida's son fairly leapt into the lead in the gallop to the first of the 30 fences. He went so fast he even got out of range as the camera followed for the jump. Springbok fell here, but the rest of the field raced on over the next few fences on the way to Beeches. Only 31 runners now, with Duplicator, Clear Profit, Dandy Tim, Chavara and the favourite in hot pursuit of Frida's son still out of sight ahead. Really quite a luxury to ride alongside the field as they take fence after fence at getting on for 30 miles an hour. And there's still the best part of the 4.5 miles to go. Focus on Beeches, but this once notorious jump no longer takes the toll it used to. Still pursuing the leader were Duplicator, Dandy Tim and Chavara. Frida's son was first over the canal turn, still going like the wind. At Valentine's, Friedith and Duplicator were neck and neck. Jockey Short on Friedith wears white silk, Milburn on Duplicator wears the Robertson colours. These two combinations took it in turn to lead the field, and at the moment Duplicator's taken over. Together, they raced towards the water jump, which Duplicator took first. Dandy Tim blundered and lost his jockey here. Completing the first orbit, the two leaders were still fighting it out in front, with little to choose between them. Into the country for the second round, starting with the 17th fence. Frida's son just in front. He'd been setting a cracking pace, and the question was whether he could stay the course at such a rate. He led over the 18th. Then the 19th, but Duplicator came down, involving the favourite in his fall, Team Spirit as well. Frida's son was now about 6 lengths clear and apparently going strong. But he hit the 21st fence very hard. Couldn't have done him much good, that. Now to Beeches again. He was still in front at Beeches with Gay Navarre close up. Nicholas Silver was now in touch. Another mistake by Friedrich at the canal, but horse and jockey stayed together. Gay Navarre was now in easy striking distance, and they were accompanied by an empty as they took Valentine's again. The next fence they took together, but Friedrich's son was tiring, and I'm not surprised, and Gay Navarre took over the lead. He's followed now by Kilmore, Fred Winterup, then Mr. Watt, Wyndburgh, and Friedrich's son in 5th place. Kilmore and Gay Navarre, who was it going to be? Kilmore led over the last fence, he's on the right, Mr. Watt second, Gay Navarre and Wyndburgh next. It was really all over now, for Kilmore drew away. Wyndburgh, that unlucky horse, and Mr. Watt, once a winner, hadn't a hope of catching Kilmore, but what a magnificent win, and a second national win for his great rider, Fred Winter. No double for Nicholas Silver. Phew, quite a colourful race, he seemed to say, but I showed my heels to the youngsters, all right.